Chapter 7, the balance of creation, the law of gender, and the root chakra. Every act of creation requires a balance of masculine and feminine energies. Just as a farmer must take action by plowing the soil and planting seeds, masculine, they must also allow nature to take its course, providing water and sunlight while trusting in the unseen process of growth, feminine. The law of gender governs this dynamic balance, ensuring that every manifestation process includes both action and receptivity. The root chakra, representing stability, foundation, and physical reality, plays a vital role in this process. While previous chapters have focused on the spiritual and energetic aspects of manifestation, the root chakra ensures that our visions become grounded in the material world. Without proper grounding, ideas remain in the realm of thought rather than taking full form in reality. The Bible speaks of this balance in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. This verse reflects the dual forces of creation, masculine and feminine, both necessary for manifestation. In this chapter, we will explore how the law of gender governs all creation processes, the root chakra's role in anchoring manifestations into reality, and how to balance masculine and feminine energies for optimal manifestation, practical steps to ground desires and bring them into the physical world. Just as a tree requires deep roots to support its upward growth, we must establish a strong foundation to bring our highest visions into reality. Let's explore how to harness both action and surrender in perfect harmony. The law of gender, understanding the dual forces of creation. The law of gender states that everything in creation contains both masculine and feminine energies, and true manifestation requires a balance between these forces. Masculine energy represents action, structure, drive, and external expression, while feminine energy embodies intuition, receptivity, nurturing, and internal cultivation. Just as a farmer must both plant the seeds, masculine, and allow the soil to nurture them, feminine, the creative process requires both initiative and surrender. How masculine and feminine energies work together in manifestation. Masculine energy, action, expansion, giving. The force that initiates movement, takes risks, and pushes ideas forward. Represents planning, executing, and structuring goals. Example, a farmer preparing the soil, planting seeds, and actively tending crops. Feminine energy, receptivity, intuition, allowing. The force that allows space for growth, listens to intuition, and embraces patience. Represents trust, flow, and nurturing creativity. Example, the soil providing nourishment, rain bringing water, and time allowing for natural development. The role of giving masculine and receiving feminine in creation. In order for manifestation to take place, there must be a balance between giving and receiving. Giving, masculine. Taking the necessary steps toward your goal, showing up with consistency, and creating structure. Receiving, feminine. Being open to divine timing. Trusting the process and allowing the right opportunities to arrive effortlessly. Both forces work in tandem. When one is overused or neglected, manifestation becomes imbalanced. Too much masculine energy leads to overworking, forcing outcomes, and ignoring intuition. Too much feminine energy results in passivity, waiting indefinitely, or fearing action. Biblical reference to the law of gender. The Bible reflects this balance in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Male and female, he created them. This highlights the necessity of both energies in divine creation. Adam, masculine, represents action, structure, and expansion. Eve, feminine, represents receptivity, intuition, and nurturing. Together, they embody the wholeness required for creation and growth. Practical steps to balance masculine and feminine energy in manifestation. Identify which energy you need more of. Are you overworking and forcing things? Or are you waiting too long without taking action? Practice both structured action and intuitive flow. Take steps towards your goals, but also leave room for divine guidance. Embrace both planning and trust. Have a vision, but let go of attachment to timing and method. Meditation and breath work. These help align both energies, grounding action in mindfulness and purpose. By honoring the law of gender, we ensure that our manifestations do not remain just ideas, but are brought into reality with balance and harmony, just as a seed, when nurtured, becomes a tree that bears fruit. The root chakra, grounding manifestation into physical reality. The root chakra, located at the base of the spine, represents stability, security, and the ability to manifest in the physical world. It is the energetic foundation upon which all manifestations are built. Without a strong root chakra, dreams remain in the mind rather than taking tangible form. Why the root chakra is essential for manifestation. Provide stability. Just as a tree requires deep roots to withstand storms, the root chakra ensures a strong foundation for bringing desires into reality. Anchors energy into the physical world. When energy is ungrounded, manifestation lacks direction and struggles to materialize. Supports action and perseverance. A balanced root chakra enhances discipline, focus, and the ability to follow through on goals. Biblical references to grounding and stability. He's like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Psalm chapter 1, verse 3. The importance of being deeply rooted in faith and stability. The wise man built his house on the rock. Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 and 25. A strong foundation is necessary for withstanding challenges and maintaining success. Practical exercises for strengthening the root chakra. Grounding meditation. Visualize roots growing from your spine into the earth, stabilizing and securing your energy. Physical movement. Walking barefoot on grass, gardening, and yoga poses like mountain pose help reinforce connection to the earth. Affirmations for stability. Repeat statements such as, I am grounded, stable, and supported in all that I do. Taking action in the physical world. Small, consistent steps toward goals reinforce the connection between intention and reality. By nurturing the root chakra, we ensure that our manifestations are not just dreams but real, tangible results. A strong foundation supports long-term success, resilience, and abundance. Balancing action and receptivity. The dance between doing and allowing. Manifestation is not just about effort. It is a dance between taking action and allowing things to unfold. The masculine energy of doing must be balanced with the feminine energy of receiving. When these energies work in harmony, manifestation flows naturally. Recognizing when to take action versus when to surrender. If inspiration strikes, take bold action. If obstacles arise repeatedly, pause and reflect. Trust that not everything requires force. Sometimes the best moves are made by allowing. Biblical and scientific insights. The Bible teaches faith without works is dead. James chapter 2, verse 17. Action is necessary for manifestation. Neuroscience confirms that flow states occur when effort and ease work together. By understanding when to push forward and when to trust the process, we align ourselves with divine timing and ensure manifestation happens effortlessly. The masculine and feminine in nature and spiritual teachings. The balance between masculine and feminine energies is evident throughout nature, spiritual traditions, and human relationships. The universe itself operates through this interplay, ensuring creation, sustenance, and transformation occur in harmony. Examples of masculine and feminine balance in the natural world. The sun and the moon. The sun, masculine, provides light, heat, and energy, while the moon, feminine, reflects, cools, and governs emotional tides. Day and night. Daytime, masculine, represents activity, work, and structure, whereas nighttime, feminine, symbolizes rest, intuition, and renewal. Trees and soil. The tree, masculine, reaches toward the sky, expanding and bearing fruit, while the soil, feminine, nurtures, holds, and stabilizes growth. Water and earth. Water, feminine, flows, adapts, and nourishes, while earth, masculine, provides structure, boundaries, and support. Biblical references to masculine and feminine energy in creation. The Bible reflects this duality in multiple ways, demonstrating that creation, wisdom, and divine order come from the balance of these forces. Wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1. Wisdom, often associated with feminine energy, establishes stability and structure. For everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. The ebb and flow of life require both action and stillness, a balance of masculine and feminine forces. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm chapter 46, verse 10. This passage reminds us that manifestation is not just about doing, but also about trusting and receiving. How different spiritual traditions emphasize the power of both energies. Taoism, yin and yang. Yin, feminine. Softness, receptivity, intuition, darkness, and flow. Yang, masculine. Action, structure, light, and expansion. True power lies in their balance, not dominance of one over the other. Hinduism, Shiva, and Shakti. Shiva, masculine, pure consciousness, structure, and creation. Shakti, feminine, divine energy, movement, and transformation. Together, they represent the cosmic dance of manifestation. Kabbalah, the divine masculine and feminine. The Shekinah, feminine, represents divine presence, intuition, and nurturing. Chokmah, masculine, represents wisdom, structure, and the blueprint of creation. Practical ways to recognize and integrate these forces in daily life. Honor both action and rest. Recognize when you need to push forward and when you need to pause and trust. Embrace creative flow and logical planning. Let inspiration guide you, but also put structure behind your ideas. Observe nature's balance. Look at how the seasons, elements, and rhythms teach us the importance of harmony. Use daily practices to strengthen both energies. Masculine goal setting, exercise, assertiveness, strategic planning. Feminine, meditation, journaling, creative expression, surrendering control. Understanding masculine and feminine forces in both spiritual and physical contexts allows us to align with the natural flow of creation. When we balance these energies, we move through manifestation with greater ease, wisdom, and power. Practical steps to ground and stabilize your manifestations. The process of manifestation requires more than just belief and visualization. It also demands grounded, practical action. Just as a farmer must ensure the soil is rich, the seeds are planted properly, and the crops are maintained, we must take real-world steps to bring our desires into fruition. The importance of taking consistent action. Turning ideas into reality. Dreams and goals remain intangible until we take physical steps toward them. Building momentum. Small, steady actions create cumulative progress, making the manifestation process feel more tangible. Avoiding doubt and stagnation. Inaction breeds fear and hesitation, while action builds confidence and faith in the process. Creating routines and habits that support manifestation. Morning intentions and affirmations. Begin each day with a clear intention, visualizing success and affirming your ability to achieve it. Consistent effort. Set aside dedicated time, daily or weekly, to work on your manifestation goals. Physical reminders. Keep vision boards, goal lists, or symbolic objects around to reinforce your focus. Track progress. Journaling your progress helps build momentum and recognize how far you've come. Biblical insights on building a strong foundation. The wise man built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. Matthew chapter 7, verses 24 and 25. Success requires a strong foundation of discipline, faith, and consistency. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Aligning action with divine will creates stability and direction. Faith without works is dead. James chapter 2, verse 17. Manifestation is incomplete without deliberate, aligned action. Practical techniques for grounding and stability. Visualization and embodiment. Act as if your goal is already manifested. Walk, talk, and make decisions with that mindset. Breath work and meditation. Deep breathing exercises and grounding meditations help anchor energy and reduce anxiety. Physical connection to the earth. Walk barefoot on grass, spend time in nature, or engage in grounding yoga poses like mountain pose. Root chakra exercises. Strengthening the root chakra through affirmations. I am stable, I am secure. And physical movement reinforces manifestation energy. By integrating consistent action, faith, and grounding techniques, we create a stable environment for manifestation to flourish. Just as a farmer does not doubt whether a planted seed will grow, we must trust our efforts, continue nurturing our vision, and allow it to bloom in divine timing. The law of exchange, giving and receiving in manifestation. Just as a farmer must exchange effort, time, and resources to cultivate a thriving harvest, the law of exchange dictates that manifestation requires an ongoing flow of giving and receiving. Energy, resources, and value must circulate to maintain harmony in creation. This principle is reflected in Luke chapter 6, verse 38, which states, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." Many spiritual traditions recognize the necessity of exchange. In Hinduism, the concept of karma teaches that what one gives out energetically, whether positive or negative, will eventually return. In Taoism, balance is maintained through the constant interchange between yin and yang, reinforcing that energy must remain in motion for harmony to persist. Practically, the law of exchange reminds us that manifestation requires participation. One cannot simply ask for abundance without being willing to provide value in return. This can take the form of acts of generosity, service, skill sharing, and of financial investments toward one's goals. In business, this principle translates to creating value before expecting wealth, just as a farmer must plant seeds before expecting a harvest. Aligning with the law of exchange means embracing the principle that what you put out into the world will come back to you multiplied. Those who hoard energy, resources, or knowledge stagnate, while those who give freely and with faith open themselves to greater abundance. Understanding this law allows individuals to manifest sustainably and in alignment with universal balance, ensuring their desires flourish just as a well-tended field yields a bountiful crop. The final integration, embodying the Creator within. As we reach the final stage of manifestation, we come to understand that we are not just participants in the process. We are co-creators of our reality. Everything we have learned about the universal laws, energy centers, and natural rhythms has led to this realization. We hold the power to shape our lives through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Recognizing yourself as a co-creator. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. This verse highlights that we are divine beings with the ability to create. The act of manifestation mirrors divine creation. Just as God spoke the world into existence, we bring forth our desires through focused intention and aligned action. The balance between personal will and divine will. While we are creators, we must also recognize the greater divine order at work. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. Aligning our desires with a higher purpose ensures manifestations unfold in perfect timing and harmony. The law of gender, the root chakra, and the law of rhythm have all prepared us for this. Manifestation is both active participation and faithful surrender. Practical ways to continuously apply the principles of manifestation. Remain in a state of gratitude. Acknowledge both your efforts and divine guidance in every stage of the journey. Cultivate a creator's mindset. Approach challenges as opportunities to refine your vision and deepen your faith. Continue practicing universal laws. Manifestation is not a one-time process, but an ongoing cycle of creation, growth, and expansion. Teach and share. When we understand the mechanics of creation, we naturally inspire and uplift others, helping them recognize their own power to manifest. By embracing who we truly are, divine beings capable of shaping reality, we align with the highest potential within us. We are not separate from the creative force that governs the universe. We are expressions of it. When we walk in this truth, manifestation becomes effortless. Life flows with ease, and we stand firmly rooted as conscious creators. Throughout this book, we have explored the universal laws of manifestation, how they correspond to spiritual principles, and how they reflect the natural cycles of creation. To conclude, let us examine how the biblical story of Isaac, Rebekah, Esau, and Jacob, Genesis chapters 25 through 27, serves as a profound allegory for the manifestation process. The masculine and feminine mind, Isaac and Rebekah. In the manifestation process, the mind is divided into two primary forces, the masculine, conscious mind, and the feminine, subconscious mind. Isaac, the father, represents the masculine aspect of thought, rational, structured, and external in action. Rebecca, the mother, symbolizes the feminine aspect of creation, intuitive, receptive, and the carrier of internal wisdom. The law of gender states that all creation requires the union of masculine and feminine energies. In this story, Isaac is old and blind, symbolizing the inability of the conscious mind to see beyond physical reality. Meanwhile, Rebecca, representing the subconscious mind, has the ability to influence outcomes unseen by physical perception. For manifestation to occur, the subconscious mind must receive instruction from the conscious mind and nurture it internally until it becomes reality. Esau, the old identity that must be released. Esau, the eldest son, represents the old man, the self that is ruled by instinct, habit, and immediate gratification. He is described as a skillful hunter, always seeking outward sustenance. But he lacks foresight. When he sells his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of stew, Genesis chapter 25, verses 29 through 34, he demonstrates the tendency of the old identity to trade long-term blessings for short-term comfort. This parallels how many people cling to old belief systems, fears, and limiting identities, sacrificing the future they desire for temporary relief. The process of manifestation requires shedding outdated mindsets. The Esau within us must be released for transformation to occur. Jacob, the new identity that must be claimed. Jacob represents the new identity, the spiritually awakened self that seeks divine inheritance. Unlike Esau, Jacob is a quiet man who dwells in tents. Genesis chapter 25, verse 27, signifying inner reflection and preparation. However, he must claim what is rightfully his. In manifestation, we must actively embody the identity of the person we seek to become. This is not deception. It is alignment. Just as Jacob puts on Esau's garments to receive his father's blessing, we too must put on the mindset, habits, and emotions of our desired reality before it materializes. Paul reinforces this concept in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 through 24, stating, "Put off your old self, which belongs to your former way of life, and put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness." Rebecca's role, the subconscious mind in action. Rebecca's role in orchestrating Jacob's blessing demonstrates the power of the subconscious mind to nurture new realities. She ensures that Jacob not only desires the birthright, but fully assumes the role required to receive it. This highlights a key principle. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between reality and imagination. It manifests what is impressed upon it. This aligns with Romans chapter 12, verse 2, which urges believers to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. To align with a manifestation, one must impress the subconscious with new beliefs through repeated affirmation and visualization. Embody the new identity in thoughts, speech, and actions. Trust in the unseen process, allowing divine timing to unfold. Isaac's blessing, the physical confirmation of manifestation. When Isaac blesses Jacob, the shift from spiritual promise to physical reality is complete. This moment mirrors the final stage of manifestation, where what was once only imagined is now experienced. However, as with all manifestations, the old identity, Esau, often resurfaces in protest. When Esau discovers Jacob has received the blessing, he weeps and demands his own inheritance. Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. This represents self-doubt, fear, and old paradigms trying to reclaim control. Yet Isaac declares that Jacob has already received the blessing. It cannot be undone. Once we align with a new identity and reinforce it through belief and action, there's no turning back. The old self may try to return, but the shift is already set in motion. Final reflections. Manifestation as a spiritual inheritance. The story of Isaac, Rebekah, Esau, and Jacob teaches that manifestation is not simply about wishing for desires. It is about claiming one's spiritual inheritance. To create reality with intention, we must unite the conscious and subconscious mind, Isaac and Rebekah working together. Release the old identity that no longer serves us, Esau giving up the birthright. Step into the new identity before it manifests, Jacob assuming the role. Impress the subconscious with belief and action, Rebekah guiding the process. Hold firm to our transformation despite challenges, Jacob's blessing being final. When we understand this biblical allegory, we recognize that manifestation is not about deception. It is about revelation. We are not becoming someone we are not. We are awakening to the truth of who we were, always meant to be. Just as Jacob stepped into his divine destiny, so too must we step boldly into our manifestations, trusting that what we claim in faith will be made real.